And the Indian auto industry has managed to make a recovery in May of this year. It has registered healthy growth in terms of vehicle sales when compared to same period last year. Domestic manufacturers like Maruti Suzuki, Tata Motors, Mahindra and Kia, they are in the green last month. Indian auto industry managed to make a recovery in May 22 and has registered healthy growth in terms of vehicle sales when compared to same period last year. Thanks to COVID-19, demand for personal vehicles have been growing significantly. But the same supply chain disruption caused by pandemic has impacted capacity of car manufacturers, not just in developed countries, but also in India, to be able to sustain growth. To talk more on this, we are joined by Shashank Srivastava, Senior ED, Maruti Suzuki. Good morning to you, Mr. Srivastava. First of all, throw some light on the May auto sales.
Yeah, so if you look at the overall industry, May sale was 295,000. Maruti Suzuki sales were close to 125,000. I'm talking of the domestic market. We compare with last year the sale for the industry was just 103,000 and Maruti was 33,000. So obviously comparison with last year may not be a good comparison because last year we had the closure of factories due to COVID and also lockdown in many parts of the country because of the COVID 2.0 wave. So what we need to compare the figure therefore is probably with the pre-COVID levels. And in there, if you look at the cumulative April and May sale, this year we are at around 588,000. It was about 487,000 in 1920, but still below the 599,000 or so that we saw in the peak year of 2018-19. So it's okay. I think it's good, but still below the levels of peak that we saw in 18-19.
And what is the outlook on chip shortage? Well, you have been battling it from the last many years now. What is the latest there? How are you managing it?
So it is getting better with time. We were only, if you remember, in last September at 40% of our production plan in September. We are currently around that 90 to 95%. That's pretty good considering the constraints. However, we do see in the problem continuing in June and in the next few months. Now, the next common question which I'm asked is that, okay, when would it become normal? And the honest and frank and short answer to that is that we don't know. That's because the visibility of availability of semiconductor components is not there at the moment. It keeps changing almost on a weekly basis, and we keep modifying our plans accordingly. So because of this complex situation where we do not have a visibility, forward-look visibility for the availability of semiconductor components, I am a little apprehensive of giving exact timeline when normalization will happen on this factor.
Well, thank Mr. Srivastava for joining us this morning and getting us all details and perspective.
Thank you very much. Thanks. Bye.
WION now available in your country. Download the app and get all the news on the move.